The thing I don't love about LLMs is that they don't always give you that context. And so that's why the hallucinations are so bad. It's so confident. It just makes some crap up. Whereas if you Google something and you get a conspiracy theory website as the first result, you click through, you're like, all right, you know, I'm seeing this in its original context and I kind of understand whether or not to trust it. And so I'd say that at least that's kind of describes our approach is like it show your work a little bit here. And it's still pointing back to something that you decided what was the context was originally.
Thanks for making us feel old that search engines were around in
They
your
were they were
schooling.
new enough that they had to warn us about that.
Hey, I still remember Alta Vista. Do you remember that?
That's a
Mhm.
little bit before my time.
Yeah.
Don't yeah. It's on the cusp of my time, Demetrius. Don't make yourself look too bad here.
It's somewhere in the software museum. I get it. Hey, I have a question for you, switching gears a little bit towards the startups. You know, I know you were a startup, so you of course you're facing the typical, you know, resource limitation and budget limitations, right? So all these constraints are very well known to you, but there's a lot of other startups that are trying to figure out how to set up the analytics, you know, in their own organization, right? They are not maybe as, you know, data savvy as you are. So what would be your recommendation, right? From your perspective, to establish something that is robust enough without overstretching them from the resource perspective?
Yeah. Well, I think, the number one constraint on these companies to adopt analytics is always just going to be labor cost. The infrastructure, especially these days, infrastructure doesn't cost a lot. If someone is telling you a data practice is going to cost you thousands of dollars a month in infrastructure costs, that's simply not true. It's going to be pretty cheap, hundreds at most. But you need good talent. You need experts to come in and implement it. And so that makes it a very difficult decision to make that investment, to be frank. So when I think about the companies that we're helping, there's one, are you investing in kind of setting up data infrastructure, setting up a warehouse, setting up data ingestion, doing all this data modeling? Are you going to have to pay someone a lot of money to go in and do that? And then two, are you going to be able to maintain that with a lean enough team over time? I think the long-term problem is easier to solve because you say, hey, listen, if you set things up the right way, you're going to save yourself a lot of work down the line. Because again, thinking about, is that a use case that we outlined, having one analyst who can do the job of three analysts and not have a huge amount of tech debt, that's going to save you from those costs ballooning.